Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Derek from Strive. Today we're going to go over what a plate should look like. Okay, we use this a couple ways here at Strive. Once we start learning about macros, we don't want people to always have to measure stuff out. Okay, there is a purpose for that. When you're in diet mode, everything like that, but we still want to live our lives while still making healthier choices. And this ends up helping out. It's a lot less stressful, but you're also still maintaining your weight because you're making healthier decisions, and you might even end up losing weight. Just depends on the quantity that we're ending up getting. Okay, so that's a good tactic to sort of still live your life while still paying attention to the right amounts that we're eating. Okay, so this is 100% lifestyle mode. Second way is when people can't macro track. You know, they're really they don't want to worry about percentages. It's too tedious, it's too stressful, they can't handle it right away. Now it is important to log your food and be able to use MyFitnessPal to get you a little bit more mindful, but a lot of times this can be a great starting point. You know, if someone's eating fast food 24/7, telling them to hit the different percentages ends up being a little bit harder. So this is a way to sort of meet in the middle. All right, so we have our anytime plate. Most people, they don't eat enough protein, they don't eat enough veggies, their carbs and fats are really high. Okay, so basically the right diet is the exact opposite of that. Okay, so half our plate is going to be veggies, quarter of it is going to be protein, and then carbs and fats are going to be fluctuate a little bit. If we follow the percentages, it basically is that. We're eating a crap ton of veggies, protein is like 40% of our diet, and carbs and fats sort of fluctuate, they're at the bottom end of it. Okay, but that is what a normal plate should look like. Okay, it can be adjusted a little bit, but that's going to be the main thing. Post-workout, basically we take away the fats and we put in more carbs. Okay, the carbs, the starchy carbs, rice, quinoa, oatmeal, sweet potato, stuff like that. That is going to sort of take some of the room away from the protein and the veggies. Now again, if I don't want that, I can easily just draw a line down here, have more veggies. My veggies are going to be carbs anyway, and so I just eat a little bit less carbs. Case in point, this is the main time to have your starchy carbs after your workout. Okay, so that is the time, that's the main thing that ends up switching, and we sort of go away from the fats. Okay, the other meals ends up being, you know, if we're really low carb, hey, right here, we have more protein and no carbs here, and this turns into fats. Okay, so moderate fat every other time, carbs higher at the post-workout. That is a good rule of thumb. Okay, so you don't need the carbs right here for the anytime plate. You can, okay, it really depends on the goal. Okay, but maybe I have a little bit higher fats here. Plant-based, okay, this turns into a little bit harder to get protein, but that is going to be the main focus. Okay, we have our fruit, which is generally the dessert. Veggies, still a mainstay. Protein we're getting from beans, legumes, stuff like that. You can get from tofu, anything of that nature. A little bit of starches and a little bit of fats. Now the key thing is we don't want to have a crazy amount of starches because our carbs are also coming from veggies as well as our protein. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Starches are going to be used very infrequently, okay, just because I'm going to get all that other stuff from there. Okay, using it this way, it allows us to sort of visualize what good actually is. Okay, so if you go to a wedding or a buffet or a family dinner or go out to a restaurant, okay, you don't have to worry about, you know, how much is that in there or how am I going to log that or anything like that. Okay, instead it's okay, well, I'm going to have all these veggies, I'm going to have my mac and cheese down here, get a fat carb mix, okay, and I'm going to have my protein. Majority of the time, a wedding, you're having, you know, bread, a ton of bread, mashacholi, pasta, everything in the world is going to be carbs and fats, very little protein, generally the steak or the roast beef or the chicken, and zero veggies. A little bit of a salad with ends up having fat with the dressing anyway. Okay, so what can we make a little bit better by thinking about what my plate should look like? Okay, try this. This will end up helping out in the long run by living your lifestyle while still getting great results.